Why, hello there, soulmates. It's good to be back with you, and I hope that you're all doing well today. Today we're going to talk a little bit about Maxim series Spider-Man, because this is a figure that's coming out pretty soon. It's going to be up for pre-order. I saw it's going to be up for pre-order, like, on Thursday, guys. And, everyone's kind of just freaking out a little bit about how much this bad boy is going to cost. Matter of fact, I'm creating a poll right now in chat that I hope people will participate in. How much do you think this will cost? We're just gonna slate it at 40, 50. These are the numbers I'm hearing most often, guys. Or 40, 50, 60, more. So, for all you guys out there who are not familiar with, like, the Maximum series concept here, this is essentially like an import action figure, or like Hasbro's version of an import action figure, because it's got the same kind of wide box like you see on imports, and it's also got these multiple numbers of, multiple accessories included in the package, right? Because as you can see, you know, there's some thwips with some webs, there's some web shooters, there's multiple sets of hands, there's webs themselves. I think that people said there was like 19 accessories with this one, and to be fair, that is like a fair number of accessories, and when we look at the action figure, he does look pretty cool when he's all posed up with all these shots here, guys. But like, I just have to wonder, at what point is this action figure not really worth the price anymore? I don't know. Like, at $40, I'd probably hem and haw over it. At $50, I'd have to think about it. At $60, I might actually just throw my hands up and say, I don't know about this one. $60 is too much for, like, a Marvel Legend like this. I mean, it's got a lot of accessories, but I don't know that it's $60 worth of action figure. It's just, it's a standard Marvel Legends with a lot of accessories. It looks good. Oh, well, aside from, like, the Peter Parker face. Guys, this Peter Parker face that's in here, look at this thing. It's all kinds of derpy. Why is he all, like, wide-eyed and stuff? I wish I could zoom in on that a little bit better. Actually, I can. Check that out. Like, it's kind of grainy, but look at that. Oh, my goodness. That is brutal. Hasbro has done better heads than this, man. So, I don't know, what's, yeah, they've done better Peter Parker heads than this. They've done at least, like, 2 or 3 of them that are a little bit better than this. Why does he look like he's, like, strung out or something? It looks like he's had a little too much, I don't know, Brand X or something. This is a cool-looking action figure. I like the way this looks. This is very obviously based on, Todd McFarlane's artwork, from what I can grasp of it. From all the promo pictures that we've seen, it looks like if it was around $35 to $50, yeah, I could see buying it at that point. It's pretty good. A lot of nice folds, a lot of articulation, butterfly joints, you know, detailed web shooters that can be attached to his forearms and stuff. It's good. But like I say, at what point is it too expensive? And the Marvel Legends team has just, I don't know. They've been kind of hemming and hawing over telling people what it's going to cost, because everyone's wondering now, well, this new series, what's this going to cost when it looks like an import action figure, and they keep, like, dodging the question. So, anytime that happens, you can probably gather pretty quickly that, yeah, it's probably going to be pretty expensive. Yeah, it's probably going to cost a pretty penny. The webs here, I mean, I know I'm kind of tooting this action figure's horn a little bit, but I can't help it, because there's a lot of positive things about this action figure. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It might be a little bit hype. It might be a little bit just people talking it up. But I think that I do think that there's a lot of wonderful sculpting on this one. I think that the webs that they included and everything like that, I think that it's all good. It's just $60. I don't know. Hello, JB. JB said hi. How's it going, JB? Jonathan said hi too. How you doing, Jonathan? Hold on a second. My YouTube alerts, are they working? Thought I had my YouTube alerts on. Wait, I think I have to add like a chat thing or something, don't I? YouTube. Oh, you know what I did? I think I changed my YouTube, I think I changed my alerts over to like Streamlabs or something. Or maybe I didn't. What? You know what? We're just gonna let it go. We're gonna plow through it, guys. Anyway, how you guys doing tonight? Hope that everyone's well. I think all the hoopla surrounding the price tag on Maximum Series Spider-Man started when people were looking at some listings that were in Mexico, and they saw that it was like $60, which, honestly, after seeing that, I would be surprised if it wasn't $60. But we could be a little surprised. Oh, there it is. There's... Okay, I don't see the said hi stuff on, like, the chat, but there it is right there. I see you, Jonathan. You good? Yeah, I'm good, too. I'm just yakking about Spider-Man and how expensive this toy is going to be, because they debuted it, they showed it off, and now they're not going to tell us the price tag. Hello there, Aiden. How's it going? Hope you're doing well tonight. How much do you think Spider-Man's going to cost? Maximum Series Spider-Man, guys. How much do we think this one's going to be? It goes up for pre-order Thursday. Do you think it's going to break the bank? Do you think it's going to cost an arm and a leg? Are we going to have to mortgage our house to buy a Spider-Man? I don't know, guys. He's going to cost between $50 and $60. See, that's what I think, too. I bet you it's going to cost a little bit more. I bet you it's going to cost, I think it's going to cost 70. I'm probably going to be wrong, but I'm just going to put it out there and say, I think he's going to cost 70. I think he's going to be a cool $70. There. I said it. It's out there. If I'm wrong, go ahead and let me have it when it happens. Thanks for the likes, guys. $70. I guess what's the breaking point? How much are people willing to pay for an action figure? Like... a second mortgage. $50. $50, Moonjet says. See, I'm at the point where I hope it costs $50, because I'm kind of gotten used to Marvel Legends being a little bit overpriced over the years. Everything getting so expensive, so I'm with you. Oh god, that's depressing. Where Jonathan, it's gotten to the point where Jonathan says, you know what, Soulkeeper, I think you might have a point, brother. I really hope I'm full of crap, Jonathan. I hope I'm not right. I don't want this to be a $70 action figure. Who's gonna buy it then? Like, if it's $70, the entire line is gonna fall flat on its face. Either that, or people are gonna buy it anyway. Ah, who are we kidding? Spider-Man. People are gonna buy it anyway, guys. People will buy anything as long as it's got Spider-Man on it. Like, I remember Renew Your Vows. Renew Your Vows came out a little while ago. Here, I'm gonna pull up a picture of Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. It always takes a second. I wasn't planning on pulling up this image, but we'll pull it up anyway, just so that people have a good reference point. Alright, I found it. I found it. This is a good enough image, I think. Okay. Let's pull this over here. Check it out, guys. There's Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. This is what this is. This is a 2-pack with Spinneret. This is Mary Jane's alter ego, her superhero alter ego, and then also, of course, Spider-Man. And they included this with a 2-pack, presumably to move an action figure that a lot of people were not really going to buy, i.e. Spinneret. But this was like the premier Spider-Man action figure for a little while. It had like this body that had maximum articulation. It had toe articulation, which was a really big deal at the time. I mean, I guess among Marvel Legends collectors, having toe articulation of any kind is still a big deal. But at the time, it was kind of a big deal. Anyway, this cost $54... I think it cost $56. It was like $54 or $56. It was more than the price of a standard Marvel Legend, because a standard Marvel Legend, guys, cost $24.99. It was $19.99, then it moved up to $22.99, and then it moved up to $24.99. So standard price when this came out was $24.99 for a Marvel Legends action figure. This cost around $56, $54, somewhere in that ballpark. So it was more than double the price of 2 Marvel Legends, right? So considering that this was well over $50, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this is probably going to be somewhere over $50 too. This As far as I remember, this sold pretty well too. This was kind of hard to get for a long while. I think eventually it got easier, but for a long while people were buying them up. And that's just what happens with Spider-Man. Spider-Man is the most popular superhero in the entire world, so everyone wants a piece of him. Probably a couple of guys in mom's basement. Yeah. What? Well, the scalpers? The scalpers are going to buy him out, guys. The scalpers are probably going to buy them out first thing, and then no one's going to get an opportunity to buy them. This actually happens a lot with toys, where, especially like the popular ones among Marvel Legends, scalpers will buy them all up and then resell them at like double the price. Happens all the time with toys. Toys are one of those hot items, along with, you know, Pokemon cards and stuff like that. And you know, you think of a hot item that gets scalped a lot. Yeah. A really fun trick that scalpers do at the store is that they'll go to the store, and if they can't afford to get something right then and there, they'll open up like the bottom shelf of whatever store they're in, and then just toss the action figure below the bottom shelving, right? There are a lot of people that have gone into stores and just like opened up the bottom shelf to see if there's anything hidden in there, and then they found like some really like popular action figures in there that were not on the shelves because someone hid them. I bet you anything that will happen with this. This is going to be expensive as all get out, but it's going to sell really well. Excuse me, it's going to sell really well. Maximum Series is going to be a massive success. Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of looking at it right now, wondering to myself, guys, is this, if it's like $60, is it worth getting and reviewing? I don't know. I don't know if I can justify $60 for it. Alright, Jonathan here found one that you found one like that a few weeks ago. It was Pokemon. Yeah, there it is. Pokemon cards. But I tell you, Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards and action figures, man. They're sticking those things under the shelves all the time, trying to hide them from regular people. You pull them and put them on the shelf. What a Chad. You pull them and put them on the shelf. Oh, man. I bet you whoever went back to the store to get those later was mad. Oh, dude. You know they were losing it. I was like, I hope little Joey buys these. You know what? I hope some kid out there bought it. I hope some kid had fun with it. I hope some kid got a lot of enjoyment out of it. You know what? Sometimes I still wish that toys were made for, like, kids. You know what I mean? I know there's toys that are made for kids, but I wish that toys were a little bit more focused on being made for kids, because, like, the adult collectible stuff, I don't know. Sometimes, like, I look at stuff like this and I go, this is cool, but I don't know, this is a lot. Like, looking at Maxim Series Spider-Man here, and all of his accessories, like, I see all those hands, and I think to myself, God damn, what am I gonna do with all these hands? Like, these hands are just gonna get lost. Believe it or not, I think that having so many accessories with all these toys like this has made it harder to play with them than it would be otherwise. You think that having more accessories like this would make them more playable, but I think it's kind of the opposite, where we have so many accessories with some of these toys that it's harder to use your imagination. And playing with toys, like, the toy was a good jumping off point for, like, whatever scenario you want to put them through. You had to use your imagination for a lot of stuff. Sometimes, like, I remember having a Spider-Man action figure way back when, instead of having, like, web lines in the package, you had to make your own web line out of a piece of twine or something. And then, like, tie that to his wrist or his hand and have him swing on that, maybe. You know, stuff like that. I think there's a certain amount of charm that's been, I don't know about lost, but there's a certain charm that I miss about it sometimes when, you know, you see so many accessories that are already pre-made for you. But I guess not everyone wants to make their accessories. Some of the old Spider-Man stuff came with web lines and stuff. I mean, web effects and all that. But not to this extent. This is like a fairly well-stocked package. It's not like... I don't think it's so well-stocked that it justifies a $60 price point, though, because, like, there's a lot of Spider-Man action figures out there that come with a great number of accessories. Like, a good example of that, guys, is... Let's pull this up. Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man. Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man actually came with a lot of accessories. This is a Marvel Legends action figure that... Okay, this is a great picture I just found. I can get it. There it is. Okay. Let's pull it into view, and you guys can take a look at this. So, here's Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man, guys. And this bad boy came with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11... At least 11 accessories, right? I can't remember too well, but I feel like there might have even been a little bit more than that. I might be wrong, but yeah, I might be a little bit wrong. But he came with 2 sets of web wings. He came with 3 sets of extra hands. He came with a web line. That's like 11 pieces compared to the 19 that you see on Maximum Series Spider-Man. Technically 18 because he comes with a web base, and that's not really an accessory. That's just something to put the web on. Who's gonna count that? Hey Jared, how's it going? You got here, but you think the Maximum series is gonna be filled with Spider-Mans? You think it's just gonna be all Spider-Mans? Really? Really? What if you're right? Oh man, that would be kind of wild if that were the case. I hope not. I hope they're gonna, like, spread their wings and do a handful of other characters. I'd kind of like to see, I don't know, a Hulk? A Wolverine? Maybe a Daredevil? I don't know. Green Goblin even. Sky's the limit. Just all Spider-Man? I don't know. Maybe. If it is, that'd be really, really funny. That would be possibly the funniest option. Maybe an occasional Captain America. Okay. You know what? That's great. I love that. If this is all Spider-Mans, I'm gonna lose it. It's gonna be like the Jokerized It's gonna be on the same level of funny as a bunch of Jokerized Batman stuff or a bunch of Jokerized DC Multiverse stuff. For all you guys out there who don't know, for the longest time, McFarlane Toys, who makes DC Multiverse, was making these action figures where they had all these extra action figures lying around, and to use them, they would Jokerize them, quote-unquote, by painting them purple and neon green and like red and stuff, just to make it all look more Joker, right? It's exactly what it sounds like, and it was as stupid as it sounds like too. Having a Maximum series line of Marvel Legends full of Spider-Mans, that would slay me. Iron Man would be really easy for them to do. Yeah, they've already got like all the accessories there, right? And a lot of Iron Man's accessories are already really good. So, I mean, they don't have to do that much work to make a good Iron Man Maximum series. They got the smoke effects, they got the repulsor blasts. I don't know, maybe you add a few more things, goose them up, and, you know, then work on the Iron Man figure, and you've got something. I don't know. I hope the Maximum series isn't going to be a lot of just... I hope it doesn't devolve into repaints and stuff, right? I hope Maximum series, if it's going to be more expensive, I hope that it's going to have a lot of original work. I hope that it's going to have a lot of new sculpts, and I hope it's going to have a lot of just original ideas involved, instead of retreading the same things that we've seen again and again and again. Like, I'm already having a hard time justifying $60 for a Spider-Man. Justifying $60 for, like, a Hulk that's just based on the 20th anniversary body? Maybe I'm just speculating right now. I don't think we really know all that much. I'm just saying I hope that that's not going to be the case. Excuse me. If this is your first time attending one of my lives here on YouTube, guys, I used to do these quite often, or one of my toy lives, I guess I should say. I used to do these quite often back in the day, or about a year and a half ago, when I was doing a lot more action figure content. But YouTube vertical streaming has been a little bit more popular, or a little bit more pushed out recently, so I've been leaning into it. And, well, I hope people enjoy it as much as they did the original ones. Fingers crossed on that front. I don't know, it's becoming a vertical world out there, guys, as far as, like, content goes. Weird, isn't it? You think you'd buy one just to see its quality and sculpt? You know, I think that's where I'm at too, because I'm, like I've been saying to myself, I don't know if I'm going to spend, if it's exorbitantly priced, I don't know if I'm going to spend tons of money on it. But at the same time, I'm really curious because it's an entirely new line of action figures. What level of quality are we talking about? Because what if it comes out and you buy it, you dump a bunch of money into it, and it sucks? Not a great place to be in, right? No. No, you don't want to spend $60 on something that sucks. But with all the new tariffs that are coming around, guys, I think imports are going to be a little bit more difficult to come by, or at least they're going to be a little bit more expensive. But depending how expensive it is, you might have to shop around and see what you can get otherwise. I just really want to see what this Spider-Man is going to be like. I hope the quality, I don't know. I hope the quality is better than some of the things that I'm seeing here. Because, like, this picture I have of Peter Parker's face is really blurry. But, like, this one right here, you can kind of see the face a little bit better. And it's, like, they've done better work than that on Peter Parker heads. I know I said that earlier, but come on, man. He looks so high. It looks like someone just farted in the other room. And, like, he can smell it for days. Let's see. The Covert Yankee says, the Maximum series has to be a format to introduce new bodies and sculpts. And I would say that you are... I would say that I'm right there with you. Yeah, I'm right there with you. It has to be. I hope it is. Yeah, I agree. It's so derpy. I don't know why they did it like that. Like, the rest of the action figure's great. Why'd they okay that head? Like, I can probably think of a handful of Spider-Man action figures that have better head sculpts than this. Bob the Awesome Bob. Hello there. How you doing, Bob? $40 max. I don't know, man. I hope you're right. I'm actually with you on this one. I hope you're right, but I think, Bob, I think it's gonna be 70 smackaroos. I'm gonna be the outlier. I'm gonna say it's gonna be... you know what? I might even settle on 75. 75. That's my final price. 75. I think it's going to be 75. And really, again, I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I will be. If I am, you guys can let me have it. If I'm wrong about that, somebody please make a mean Reddit thread about me. $75, yes. Yeah, US, yes. I think it's going to be $75 US. And like I say, I hope I'm wrong about it. If I am, please go ahead and make a mean Reddit thread about me. I hope you do. Because I don't want to be right. The head looks fine, a bit long and squished, but the eyes are what throw it off like glowing panther eyes. Yeah, like, that's the thing. His eyes look like drug addict eyes. The rest of the face is fine. It's just a little bit long for, like, what I think of Peter Parker, but those eyes. At most 75, at least 45 for your guess, Jared. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Dean, that's what I'm saying, Dean. Like, we're all familiar with the Spider-Man tax. Dean knows what I'm talking about. Remember all those Spider-Man action figures that were released for a while and they had like a little extra price on top of them compared to all the other Marvel Legends? You're gonna say $10. You know what? You know what, man? All things techie, God bless you for being optimistic. I love it. $10. This guy. I love this guy. Well, yeah. For a while, guys, there was a Spider-Man tax on all Spider-Man-based Marvel Legends, guys. And there was a little extra for every single Marvel Legend that had Spider-Man on it for a while. And eventually they kind of cooled off of that, but it was getting silly. They would add $2, $3, $5, sometimes as much as $10. I wish I was joking, but they released like that. You guys remember that action figure, that Marvel Legend that was based on Spider-Man 2? Hold on a second. Spider-Man 2, the PS5 game, guys. Let me pull that image up for you real quick. Because I wasn't planning on talking about tonight, but sometimes, you know, stuff happens. Alright, Spider-Man 2. You guys probably know what I'm talking about, but I want to pull it up just for reference. Okay, I found a good image, guys. Here it is right here. Alright, this one right here. This is what I'm talking about. Spider-Man 2 from the video game. This was $35 when it came out. $35. $35. It was $35. 35. I remember it vividly. I complained until I was blue in the face in the video I made about it. It was $35, and there was no reason for it. It was literally just a repaint of Renew Your Vows Spider-Man. That's all they did. It had no new sculpting, nothing. $35. Spider-Man tax at work. Let's see here. Peter's head saw the writer's room for his next comic. Oh, God. Mahoy Manoy, how you doing? It's good to see you, Mahoy Manoy. Hope you're doing well tonight. What's up? Do you think we will get figures based on the new Disney Plus cartoon? Probably. If it's, I mean, probably, yeah. If it has Spider-Man attached to it, they've almost definitely got something cooking. Because they're not going to see something Spider-Man related and not make an action figure of it, right? And if it's popular, even more so. It might take us like 4 years like it did Spider-Man No Way Home, but they're going to do it, right? Relaxing and watching me. Oh, thank you, Mahoy Manoy. Alright, here's Maximum Series Spider-Man and his strung out Peter Parker face again, guys. I know, Jared, it's okay. I figured you were kidding around. It's cool. Let's see. Doomhead in there and it would be 100. Oh god, I remember the Doom's head from like... I remember that from Galactus. I remember when it was revealed, I was like, what the hell is going on here? I don't know. The Doomhead was so weird. People were trying to make excuses for it till they were blue in the face, and I remember making videos about it going, guys, what the hell is this? No one listened to me when I talked about Galactus. Whatever. Thoughts on the Harley Quinn fart scratch comic and stuff? Wait, what? Was that like a thing on Harley Quinn? Let me just preface it by saying that I love the Harley Quinn show. I think the Harley Quinn show is great. I think it's creative. I think it does a lot of unique things with the characters. Haven't seen that episode, though. I saw the first episode of the new season. I liked it. I just love the Harley Quinn show. It's one of my favorite comic book-based animation shows, I think. Cool-looking paperweight, that Doomhead. Yeah, that's about all it was good for. Like, everyone who bought the Galactus HasLab action figure, I don't think anyone uses that Dr. Doomhead that was included with it for anything other than a paperweight. Like, who actually bothers with it? I didn't buy it personally. It was too hard to justify the price tag. It's an actual comic. Google it. Oh, really? I thought it was like a... Okay, it's an actual comic? Oh, well, in that case, it's based. Like, if it's a scratch and sniff, it's a fart comic, based. Anything that has farts in it is automatically based. This is just science, guys. Yeah. Like, farts are inherently funny. Jared says they should make a line for villains, small ones and big ones. Alright, so, I guess let me ask you guys a question about Maximum Series, or just the Maximum Series in general. Do you guys think that they're going to make villains in this line? Or do you think this is going to just be for superheroes? Do you think it's both? Do you think they're going to have a separate line for villains? Like, maybe they call it Maximum Series Villain, or, I don't know, maybe something snappier than that, but it has a similar type of logo with more of like a purple or a green appearance compared to the red appearance that we see here. See, Dean says they should be doing all the Spider-Man variants from the second Spider-Verse movie. Been almost 2 years now, so right up there, alley for release time frame. See, I would normally agree with you, but people didn't like the Across the Spider-Verse toys. They kind of hated them. They were really, really unpopular among collectors, even though they looked like the movie. I was kind of gobsmacked at how people were just talking smack about them all day long. I'm just looking at them going, what do you people want? They look like the movie. Like they tore the spot apart, and I'm looking at him going, but he looks like the movie. What are you guys talking about? I felt like I was going crazy at the time talking about those toys, because people were expecting something completely different than that they looked like the movie. Of course they look like the movie. That's the objective when you make movie toys. I don't know. I couldn't reason with anyone back then. That happened a lot for me. That happens a lot for me in general. Reason, what's that? Take that and throw that up. Open up a window, toss that shit right out. Get it out of here. There it says they could do exclusive items and accessories for villains with all the heroes. Oh, like pack in like a villain accessory with the heroes? That's a novel idea. Like you could stuff Green Goblin's man purse in with Spider-Man or something? Yeah, that's cool. Pumpkin Bob, maybe? Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Why not? It's almost like, it kind of feels like a Build-A-Figure at that point. Maybe if they're trying to like recreate, I don't know, maybe if they're trying to recreate a vibe or something, recreate a cover, that might be a neat idea. Can we talk about the hips on the Mini Comic Miles line? Oh yeah, I thought his hips looked weird. What's going on with his hips? It looked like he was, I don't know, it looked like he ate a cake or something. It looked like he ate a cake and then he got cake. Also, the second 2099 head was too white. Oh, you mean like the skin tone? Okay. Is that why it was bad? Alright. Well, yeah. They probably should have made it a little bit darker then. You know what, Jared? I think that's kind of accurate. Yeah, Miles Morales from the mini comic wave. He's kind of got those childbearing hips. Aw, man, that's kind of funny. Accurate though. Funnier the longer I think about it. Oh, buddy. Let's see here. Second 2099 hit was way too white. Miles Prowler had a bad ab crunch. Oh. Yeah. And the Miles in the line was too thin. Yeah, I guess. He was pretty skinny in the movie, though, wasn't he? I thought that, like, the ab crunch on Miles Morales from that line looked a little weird. Because it looked like he was just, I don't know, it looked like he was just kind of broken in half when you bent him forward. Just an odd-looking ab crunch. I don't even know if I want to go to bat for the Across the Spider-Verse line. I just thought that, yeah, more or less they look like the movie. I remember I said nice things about them at the time, but it's not a hill that I necessarily feel like dying on, if you know what I mean. Alright, how many votes we got, guys? We got 87% of people saying $50. And then 7% of people say $60, and another 7% say more. Oh god, 7% of people agree with me that it's gonna be more. Oh buddy. Suggestion, get and build 30-minute fantasy kits, they are so good. Also, 30-minute mission armored core are good. Oh, so these are like build kits that are out now? That sounds kind of cool. Haven't really done any build kits or anything like that. How do I feel about... Yeah, don't want me to be right. I don't want to be right, Jonathan! If I'm right, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna... Call me the Mad Prophet. No, don't do that. I'm full of crap. Jared asks, how do I feel about the ab crunch on Maximum Spidey with that weird U-shaped thing in the lower torso? Wait, like... Are you talking about this ab crunch right here? Oh, it's fine. It's a typical ab crunch. I think that this enables him to get a deeper bend. But I think that the ab crunch that like this and the torso rocker is like the best combination for Marvel Legends. I like it a lot better than the waist swivel and ab crunch, because I think that enables them to get more dynamic poses. The ab crunch and waist swivel is just so 2010, 2012, 2014. Oh, you mean... Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about, Bob. Yeah, that's a pretty cool looking action figure. There's like a handful... There's a handful of figures from that wave that are pretty good looking. I thought Gambit was alright. Marrow was alright. Wolverine was okay-ish. As far as I remember. A lot of those action figures, though. I don't know that I necessarily want them all. I kind of wish they would stop doing the Build-A-Figure stuff. Because the Build-A-Figure stuff just feels... I don't know. It feels like they do it out of obligation now, than out of any kind of excitement. Because, I don't know. A Build-A-Figure line comes out, and I feel like people are just shrugging their shoulders now because they've got all these subpar action figures they gotta collect to build the really nice Build-A-Figure. You maybe get one or two nice action figures in a wave of Marvel Legends, and then the rest of them are kind of ho-hum. Vintage Bob says, if it's more than $26.99, it's overpriced. This guy, I like this guy. Vintage Bob is based, guys. Based. If it's more than $26.99, it's overpriced. See, that's the kind of thinking I like to see. I would agree with that line of thinking. I would like this action figure to be about $25. I think it's a standard release, thank you. It's a standard release with fancier packaging. They're trying to goose it up. They're trying to church it up. I ain't buying it. It's a $25 action figure. Oh wait, kid. It's gonna be $75, guys. $75. I'm calling it. Oh, anyway, let's see. Jared says, surprised they haven't done a Hall of Armor line for Iron Man. Oh, they'll probably make that like a HasLab or something, Jared. Mark my words, they probably got that earmarked for 1 year for HasLab. I bet you anything they're gonna do a Hall of Armor and make us pay like $400 or something for it. Something crazy like that. Great way to build your standard male wearing a suit action figure line. The Build-A-Figure line. Yeah. I just wish they would just... I wish they would just release the Build-A-Figure, call it a day, stop doing Build-A-Figures. Build-A-Figures were cool when they first came out. It was a novel concept. I think it's been played out, though. I would much rather see them focus on, like, their mini-comic wave, right? Because I thought the mini-comic wave was actually pretty good. I just thought that the mini-comic concept was stupid. Like, the little teeny-tiny comic, unless you're doing photography or something, like, the little comics have no practical purpose. I wish they would have done, like, a modern type of Toy Biz Marvel Legend and included a QR code for a digital comic with the action figure. I think that would have been really cool. It enabled us to learn more about the character that we're buying, and plus they get us back into comics. That's like one of the points of Marvel Legends. It's one of the like core points back from when it was first released to get people in the comics and also release great action figures. Get great action figures, read comics. That's what it's all about, guys. That's why Marvel Legends has always been cool. Or at least when Toy Biz was handling the license. Alright, Odic says, I have come for all the Marvel action goodness. Hi, Odic, how's it going? All the mini comics combined to make a regular comic. Oh my god. Do we have to do that? I'm gonna... If they do a Build-A-Comic, I'm gonna flip a table. I'm gonna take this hat here and never take it off. This poop hat, it's staying on, Dean. This is my protest hat on. No Build-A-Comic, please. Hat stays on until Build-A-Comic goes away. Bathing and feeding babies. I hope the babies are eating well, Odic. Most overmade Marvel Legends besides Spider-Man. You know what, Jared? You're not wrong. I would say that Iron Man and Wolverine and Spider-Man are all pretty overdone characters. Wolverine, I mean, I guess there's a good reason. They're all popular. Used to be way back when that they did all kinds of variants of Wolverine and Iron Man because it enabled them to just do a bunch of repaints really easily to put out new versions of the characters. And also there were so many versions of Logan and his costumes that they could release action figures for days. You know, I've been saying for a while that I would like to see Daredevil like material represented more in Marvel Legends. I feel like there hasn't been enough Daredevil stuff. And a year and a half later after saying it, I think it's still true. Not enough Daredevil stuff. There was this 3-pack of Bullseye, Daredevil, Elektra from a while back. It was... I thought that... I remember Daredevil looking pretty okay. They used the Renew Your Vows Spider-Man body form, and I thought it looked better on Daredevil than it did on Spider-Man. But God help me, if they're gonna release like a line of another Build-A-Figure line or something, I really want to see some Daredevil stuff. I think they're really underestimating how popular Daredevil is. That Daredevil video that I did on that particular one I just mentioned was actually one of my most popular videos too. They'll do a Daredevil line off the new show, it'll fly off the shelves. Oh yeah, it'll be impossible to get the action figures because, like I say, Dean, they are underestimating the popularity of Daredevil. Daredevil is literally like top 5 Marvel heroes right now. Ever since that show came about, Daredevil has been... his worth has skyrocketed. They gotta stop selling him short because there's just buckets of money to be made on Daredevil. Shit. If they put out Daredevil action figures, I wouldn't be able to help myself. I'd go for it because I love Daredevil so much. The Owl? Yes, give me that. Mr. Fear? Yes, Mr. Fear, please. If they re-release Kingpin again, I wouldn't be able to say no. Because Anyway, I'm just gonna be naming Daredevil characters all night if we get going for too long. I think I have faith, Dean, that they're not going to ruin Daredevil on the new show. I think that what's going to happen... Well, they already rebooted the show, right? Because they thought that what they had was bad. And then they brought back all the original cast. They originally recasted everything, right? And then they said, you know what? This sucks. And then they wiped the slate clean and started again. And then brought back all the original cast. So I guess, effectively, they're doing Season 4. That shows a little promise. Alright guys, 16% of people have voted for $40 on this. These are their optimistic bunch. You found Daredevil a little boring? Well, I guess it's not for everybody, right? Second season was a little bit lackluster compared to the other two. First and third season were the best ones. So, you know, 2/3 of Daredevil is pretty good. Alright, 50. Most people still think that it's going to be $50, and then there's like 5% of people that think that this action figure is going to cost more than $60. 5% of people agree with me. Jonathan is a big Daredevil guy. Alright, who's your favorite Daredevil character, Jonathan? Is it Daredevil? Boy, that was a... Ask an obvious question, get an obvious answer, right, Jonathan? Dean says, the Daredevil Bath line will include a Foggy Karen and the old nurse love interest in the line. You know what? I'll buy a Foggy Nelson. I'll buy a Karen, too. Yeah. I don't know what they're gonna do with, like... I have to imagine if they release a line of Daredevil action figures, it'll probably have... Well, obviously Daredevil. They'll probably have the Punisher. They'll probably have Kingpin. Bullseye. Beyond that, I don't know. Might have Foggy, too. All the civilian characters are kind of just whatever. They release them, but, like, nobody wants them, I don't think. The show, you did love Foggy, and the fight scenes were so well done. Yeah, I know, right? You've been looking at McFarlane figures, but they have such good sculpts and okay engineering, but terrible quality and proportions. QC on McFarlane toys is like hit and miss. It's mostly decent, but then they have a few duds somewhere along the way. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I've had a few lemons from McFarlane. More than I have from Marvel Legends. Year 2 Batman and Swamp Thing were both lemons for me. It was really disappointing. You can check out my Year 2 Batman review. I did a review on that. It's a short, so... if you want to look at that, see what it's like, Yeah, figure sucked. I also did Swamp Thing too. That action figure sucked too. So, normally I kind of like what McFarlane does because they do put out some good merchandise sometimes, but I don't know, it just depends. I thought their most recent releases, their most recent reveals were pretty good. Like, the Collector Edition Guy Gardner and Captain Cold look pretty decent. This guy draws a line of buying a Rosario Dawson. Are you kidding me? I'll buy a Rosario Dawson. Like, you don't have to ask me twice. I'll buy a Rosario Dawson action figure. What? Rosario Dawson? Zero hesitation on Rosario Dawson. Guys, if I buy a Rosario Dawson action figure and, like, show it off to her, do you think she'll take a shine to me? Oh, God. Imagine opening with that. Like, showing that to a girl. Hey, I got an action figure of you. What do you think? How do you think that's gonna go? Ooh, boy. Alright, slow down, Casanova. Alright. Yeah, I just loved... Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Jonathan. You know what I'm talking about. Rosario Dawson. Come on. I'll buy like 5 of her action... If she said buy 5 of my action figure, I'd get in line at Target to do it. Let's see here. Jonathan says, the show, I did love Foggy and the fight scenes were so well done. Yeah, the fight scenes they had on Daredevil were insane. They had like these continuous shot things. I don't know how they filmed them, but they were impossibly good. And I think they're doing that again on the new Disney Plus stuff. Guys, I think Disney Plus has been cooking a lot more than it has been. Like, the output from MCU has been steadily getting better. Has anyone else noticed that? Because the quality of stuff sucked for a long while. For like 5 years, it was ass. in the nicest way, it was ass. Like I can probably name 5 action figures, 5 pieces of MCU media that I like from all this time over the past 5 years on one hand. I think Deadpool and Wolverine was the turning point. Deadpool and Wolverine was actually good. It wasn't necessarily amazing, but it was better than pretty much everything they released for like 5 years, except maybe Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. That movie was actually pretty decent. It was decent. I'm not going to say amazing, it was decent. That's one of the 5 I'd say was good. Electra was a bit of a pain in the ass in the show. Yeah, she's a bit of a pill in the comics too, Dean. So, hey, they lived up to the character. Alrighty. I hope that they put the stuff to bed. Oh God, I hope so, Jared. I hope that Ironheart isn't bad. I'm tired of like bad MCU shows. Like, could anyone here watch Secret Invasion? Me neither. I tried watching Secret Invasion. It sucked. I tried watching, I watched Miss Marvel. That show sucked. And then I tried watching The Marvels, and that movie sucked. Oh, God. Ugh. You did, Jess is like, well, I'm already 1 episode in. Alright, what the hell? I got nothing left to lose, guys. Click. That's just Jonathan for like an hour every time he watched an episode. Yeah. At the end of the episode, well, that sucked. Next. He just did that for an entire season. Alright. I didn't mind the Singing Planet. I thought the Singing Planet was kind of fun. But overall, the movie was kind of a waste of time, really. That and Thor Love and Thunder was bad, too. That movie was such balls. You know what, guys? If we talk about Marvel movies that have been balls for the past 5 years, we're gonna be here all day. Anyway, yeah, that's exactly it, Jonathan. They're not churning it out now, and it feels like the quality is getting better. I think that the head honcho at Disney correctly recognized that, okay, guys, we're churning this stuff out. Maybe we need to slow it down and focus on making better media. Turns out he was right. Sometimes you gotta focus on quality over quantity. Yeah, they had, like, the best actor they could have chosen to play Gore the God Butcher, and that's what they did with him? Gore the God Butcher! That's how they did Gore? Oh, that sucked. Oh. Make it again. There's a lot of, what the hell are we doing? But the episode can't be this bad, and then it was in fact that bad. Like, you just kept watching, hoping it would get better, huh? I'm so sorry, Jonathan. The lesson that Jonathan took away from watching Secret Invasion is quit while you're ahead. I got through the first episode, and I couldn't bear to watch another one. I tried watching the most recent season of What If, too, and it was a waste of time. And the thing is, I really like the What If comics, but the What If TV show doesn't hit the same. Dean, I hope that after Deadpool Wolverine, I hope that they're mostly done with the multiverse stuff. Like, they did what they had to do to get Wolverine in the MCU, right? They went, used the multiverse stuff as a plot point, dragged another Hugh Jackman Wolverine into the MCU, and they got what they came for. Okay, can we be done with the multiverse stuff now? It served its purpose. Hugh Jackman's back. Till he's 90, guys. I wonder if Marvel Rivals will be in the Maximum line. Probably. I doubt it. They might make a few Marvel Legends of it. They always make like a handful of Marvel Legends of all these video games that come out. It's been really popular, so I'll be surprised if they don't, whip up a few action figures. But here's the thing. I've heard certain streamers like Jinxie say that they don't think Marvel Rivals is going to be around in like 6 months to a year because it's too brain rot. So unless they've already had stuff in the works, it's going to take them like a year to whip up an action figure, right? Because that's usually how the timetable goes. So by the time they have action figures whipped up, I don't know if Marvel Rivals is going to be popular anymore. Yeah, I didn't mind Peggy Carter at first, Jonathan, but I don't know. Just feels like, I don't know, I felt like her story was more or less complete at the end of What If Season 1. And then they did what they did with her in Doctor Strange, The Multiverse of Madness, and I said to myself, well, okay, I don't know if I need to see more of Peggy Carter right now. Because it was kind of underwhelming, her appearance in that movie. Overall, I still like the movie, but it wasn't like a showcase for Black Bolt or Peggy Carter or Mr. Fantastic or even Charles Xavier. Hey, Aiden, you're back. Well, welcome back, dude. Oh, I bet Haley Atwell is a perfectly lovely person. And if she got to play the character for real in live action, if she got like a real piece of media out of it, and they actually took the time to make it good, I might be able to get into that. But, I don't know, the What If stuff, I think this show is just, it's got no juice. It needs more variety. It's What If. It doesn't have to all be connected. What If is just like for funsies. That's what What If has always been, just for funsies. I think the joy of What If is not that it's connected and like canon, it's just a bunch of possibilities, like spins on possible plot points that have happened throughout Marvel history. That's the joy of What If. It doesn't have to be connected, but they want to connect everything all the damn time. But then they do a bunch of nonsensical stuff that, it's finished now. Yeah, I know, it's finished. But, like, it could have been executed so much better. It just needs... Here's the thing about What If comics, guys. They're not connected to anything. They're just alternate storylines for, like, one issue that tell you, hey, what would have happened if Spider-Man had chosen to be an entertainer instead of a crime fighter? And then it tells a story for like one issue about that. And then, and then it takes a plot point from the Born Again storyline. What if Daredevil killed the Kingpin? And then they tell a story about that. And none of them are connected to anything. None of them like are canon, but they're fun stories to read. They're really cool comics because they're self-contained and they don't need, and they just go wild and have fun with it. And oftentimes when you read an issue of What If, it's such a terrific comic. One and done, exactly. By the way, if you guys haven't checked out those comics that I just mentioned, check them out. They're pretty awesome. Just saying. There is an issue that says, what if Daredevil killed the Kingpin? It's based on the Born Again storyline. Oh, what a comic that was. That was a great What If issue. You do need to see more of Haley Atwell. I mean, I want to see more of Haley Atwell. Let's see if Marvel uses her. Do something with her, Marvel. Anyway, I think we've exhausted Peggy Carter at this point, so best just let it go. Alright, let's see what the poll's at now, guys. I want to see what people think. 21 votes. Most people think it's going to be $50. Oh, thanks for all those likes, guys. Alright, have we left any stone unturned about this Maximum series business, guys? Like, I like when I come on here and do lives and everything, I like to talk about, just like talk with you guys about all these products, you know, shoot the shit, you know what I'm saying? See if we can just get to the heart of it and just dig into it and see if there's anything that we can think of that we haven't thought of yet. And sometimes we have some pretty good revelations while we're on here. But a number of times we've had a lot of revelations and it's awesome every time. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate that. It's different when I do a just chatting thing, isn't it? Different when I do a just chatting stream. Seeing a new Cat movie this week. Oh, that's right. Captain America Brave New World comes out. Guys, do you think that movie's gonna be any good? By the way, the Hulk action figure they released from... Did you guys see the Red Hulk they released for Captain America Brave New World? It sucked. It's not even Harrison Ford. How'd they not get the rights to make a Harrison Ford Hulk? What happened? What happened? Where's my Harrison Ford, goddammit? I want my Harrison Ford Hulk. Of all the MCU action figures that I could get, I want a Harrison Ford Hulk. I love Harrison Ford. They got him for Indiana Jones. They couldn't get him for Hulk. I hate everything. Everything is awful. I hope it's good too. I hope it's not bad. You know what? Harrison Ford adds everything. Mahoy Manoy, it's literally just Mark Ruffalo's Hulk painted red. That's... I wish I was kidding. I'm not kidding. Here, I'm gonna pull it up and show you. It's literally just Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. Here, let's do a quick Google search and pull up the image. Marvel, here. Captain America Brave New World Red Hulk. Alright, I found it. Let's see. Okie dokie. We're gonna have ourselves an image in 1 second. Okay, I've got it right here, guys. Check it out, soulmates. See that? You see that? You see that, guys? Boom, there it is. That's the Captain America Brave New World Marvel Legends Hulk action figure. See, it is Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo. If it was Harrison Ford, I would say yes. But Mark Ruffalo, are you kidding me? I can't believe it's just Mark Ruffalo. It's so egregious. Sometimes collecting action figures is pretty funny, guys. No, they really didn't. They didn't even try. It's so bad it's comical. Oh god, I hope Captain America: Brave New World is good. I don't want it to be a bad movie. I'll probably see it too, just because of Harrison Ford. Because I'm gonna be level with you guys. I'm a kind of a Harrison Ford nut. I love Harrison Ford. I don't care what he does. If he does a movie, I want to watch it. He's one of those actors for me. If someone says it's got Harrison Ford, and I'll say, all right, you've got my interest. Let's go see it. Literally, I saw Blade Runner 2077 solely because Harrison Ford was in it. I cared not for Ryan Gosling. I went purely for the Ford. Not proud to admit it, but I admit it anyway. Alright, I think you guys have had enough of looking at Mark Ruffalo's poorly repainted mug. Oh, who am I kidding? It's not like it's a bad repaint, it's just Mark Ruffalo instead of Ford. Yeah, Dean. Put a liver spot on my legs. Come on, guys. A little bit of effort. Please, I'm begging you. Let's see, guys. Well, we already have Mark's Hulk figure. Why don't we just paint it red? See, when you say it aloud, it sounds pretty stupid, doesn't it, Jonathan? Oh, God. Oh, man. Stick a fork in me. I'm cooked. I'll tell you what, I'm going to, I'm going to watch Venom: The Last Dance soon. I've got the Blu-ray for it. I'm going to check it out and see how it is. And, if it's bad, I guess I'm going to do a movie review of it. Well, I'm going to do a movie review any of it, but I hope it's not, like, the worst movie ever. I've seen the Rotten Tomato meter. I'm not, like, too hopeful. Because every Venom movie has been kind of, but hopefully it's not, like, a complete train wreck. Can't be any worse than Morbius, right? Ugh. Alright, soulmates. I think about covers everything with Maxim Series Spider-Man. Thank you, Mahoy Manoy. I gotta record a few more reviews soon, because I've got like 3 movies I haven't reviewed yet. Morbius is a low bar. that's literally my bar, though. Hey, is it worse than Morbius? No? Okay, let's go ahead and see it. Actually, I'm not sure which is worse. Is Madam Web or Morbius worse now? Is Madam Web the bar for how bad movies get? Because Madam Web was pretty balls, I heard. Ah, was it worse than Morbius? Oh no, should I watch it? Oh, I'm gonna watch it. Okay. Oh no, Madam Web was worse? Really? It was worse? It was worse? Don't do that. Like, how the hell do you make a movie worse than Morbius? How? How? What the hell? How do you mess it up that badly? Jesus Christ. It's worse? You gotta drink so much to watch it again. Oh no! Oh no! Oh god! Alright, I'll check it out. What the hell? How bad could it be, right? How bad could it be? Madam Web, they didn't even marry up the words to the lips. Oh my god, they didn't even match up. They didn't even sync the dialogue. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that's great. Oh man. I'll check it out. What the hey? Maybe I'll check it out after Venom. Hey, I'm gonna have myself a Sony Pictures double feature, guys. Pray for my soul. I can't help it, oh Dick. It's who I am. I have to challenge myself sometimes, and sometimes that means watching the worst movies in humanity. Hey, sometimes you gotta suffer through bad cinema to get to the good stuff. If nothing else, it makes for a really entertaining thing to complain about. Complaining. I'm good at it, damn it. What I was born to do. Hey, Mift, what's going on? What's shaking? Glad we're getting some kind of artist-specific specimen at all. Tired of getting generic Hasbro head sculpts. Yeah, we were talking about earlier that I really hope that we're kind of just done with. I want to see fewer Build-A-Figures. Like, the Build-A-Figure waves are good to make videos about. Like, they're convenient for me to make a video about, but the quality of the line just suffers when you do it. Yeah, look at his head there. Like, we were talking about that, too. He looks like he's strung out, Mift. Someone, I think it was Dean, it might have been Jared, actually, joked that he just saw, like, the writer's room for the next story arc for Amazing Spider-Man. How much do you think this is going to cost, Mift? I think it's going to cost $75. That's my prediction, and I hope I'm wrong, but I think it's going to cost like $75. Guys, are you going to beat me up if I'm right? I don't know what anyone... Yeah, Jonathan says, I don't think any one of those actresses even knew what movie they were working on. They did not care. Oh, I saw that Dakota Johnson. She fired her agent because of the movie. Like, she hates that movie so much, she's got nothing good to say about it. She fired her agent, I'm pretty sure. Jared says 75 would be heinous. I know, but I'm calling it. I think it's going to be 75. Oh, I hope I'm wrong, guys. I think it's going to be 75, though. Miff says, I'm assuming around 60 to 70 because of those crappy basketball figures cost 50. Imagine how much this will cost. Yeah, they're going to try to use the import stuff to justify the highest price tag they possibly can. I have a funny feeling that they will. And I think it's going to be a ballpark 75 bucks. They're going to try to charge import prices because, you know, with the tariffs coming through, it's going to be a lot harder, a lot more expensive for people to get their imports now. Yeah, exactly, Jonathan. She only did it because she wanted to make a passion project. That's the only reason she did. And I think Sydney Sweeney, I hear she's probably the best one in the whole movie. Not that that's saying much. You're probably right. God. Isn't it weird how I'm sounding more rational about this as we're going on, Mahoy Manoy? Like, initially I was just bullshitting. But now the more that we're talking about it, the more we're realizing, oh God, you might be right. I mean, judging by the poll here, I think most people think I'm wrong, but... You know, the people who are chatting right now, we're thinking, you know, there might be something to your madness, Soulkeeper. Might not be crazy. Like, you are a little crazy. Don't get us wrong, Soulkeeper. But on this, you might have a point. Mift, how does it feel to be back on one of my older style just chatting streams? Obviously, we're vertical now, but, like... Does it feel good? No, I know, Jared. That's why I said it. I was thinking about, like, all the past Spider-Man toys. I thought about what Dean said about the Spider-Man tax from a while back that I brought up. And I thought to myself, oh, man, yeah, the cost of imports and stuff, and the way this is styled like an import... Yeah, 75 doesn't sound like it's too far outside the realm of possibility. I don't think it's going to be more than 75, but I think it's probably going to be... Well, it might be 80. But don't say that. Why do I keep upping the price tag? Shut up, Soulkeeper. Yeah, Mahoy Manoy, you didn't even think of the tariff being on this until you mentioned it. Yeah. Like, all the import stuff... it's gonna have, like, there's a whole tariff thing going on, so those are gonna be, like, prohibitively expensive, and Hasbro's gonna probably use that to justify a higher price tag on this because it's import style. Like, if you look at a lot of import action figures, they use a very similar looking box to this. This is styled pretty much exactly the same and includes a lot of accessories like those do. This is Hasbro's version of an import, or a highly detailed import. Jared, if they do a complete 180 and drop it at 28 bucks, I will do a cartwheel on camera, I will buy it, and I will sing the praises of Hasbro for the entire video. I will say, I am sorry for doubting you, Hasbro. I am sorry for talking all the shit in the world about you during this Maximum Series stuff. I will apologize for talking shit. Real talk, though, I haven't talked that much smack recently about them. Well, I think, like, during the stream is, like, where I've talked the most smack. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. A lot of times when I go live, I kind of just go into a fugue state. Alright? So, like, by the time it's all over, very rarely do I, like, remember everything I said. Oh, God. Ah, the NBA figures. I forgot. Are they still making those? Anyone buy those? I haven't been paying attention to, like, some of Hasbro's output. Those were real expensive, though, weren't they? Oh, yeah, I saw the McFarlane Deadshot, the one that's based on, like, bullet, what is it? The bullet... It's that Superman Batman action figure, the one where what if Superman was Batman? That one. I can't remember, like, the actual name of it. Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but you know what I'm talking. Speeding Bullets, that's what it is. Yeah. It was just Speeding Bullets Batman, or Speeding Bullets Superman. Dressed up like Deadshot. I don't know. Maybe I'll make a video about it. I haven't decided yet. Guess I could talk about it sometime soon, right? Maybe we'll talk about it like tomorrow or something. What the hey, right? Alright, soulmates. I don't know that I think that about covers everything. Yeah. Hope you all had fun here talking about Maximum Series Spider-Man, everybody. It's great to see everyone. It's great hanging out with you guys. And I hope you enjoyed chatting here today. And I hope to see you again soon when we do this. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate that. It was very different, wasn't it? It was unexpected. We'll put it that way. Thank you, Mahoy Manoy. Yeah, I used to do this sort of thing a lot. I used to do this sort of thing a lot a few, like a year and a half ago. I used to do it like once a week. You're welcome, Jonathan. I'll see everyone again soon. If you guys want to check out the video in the meantime, it'll be here for you to watch. And, yeah, I'll see everyone again later. Thanks for hanging out, spending your time with me. I'll be back soon, guys. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks again for being here. Thanks, Jared. Night, guys. Night, Jonathan.